Tony Ferguson versus Paddy Pimblett. Now, Tony Ferguson for this fight finished Hell Week with David Goggins. And Paddy Pimblett probably just ate burgers and pizza for this fight. Now let's talk about their latest performances, in which Tony Ferguson is on a 6-fight losing streak, in which he fought Nate Diaz, in which Tony Ferguson, every single time Nate Diaz threw, he turned his back, in which even the commentators comment on this.
Very aggressive.
Not only this, but they both landed some great shots in rounds 2 and 3 until round 4 came and Nate Diaz got Tony Ferguson in the guillotine, in which Tony Ferguson tapped. After this, Tony Ferguson went on to fight Bobby Green, in which Tony Ferguson dropped Bobby Green in round 1.
Combination for Bobby Green.
But then Bobby Green came back in round 2 and absolutely annihilated Tony Ferguson on the ground. Now in round 3, Bobby Green got Tony Ferguson in an arm triangle choke, in which Tony Ferguson, let's just say, he went to sleep.
Oh my goodness, this is tight. He's out cold.
Now let's talk about Paddy Pimblett's latest performances, in which he fought Jordan Leavitt, in which Paddy Pimblett got Jordan Leavitt in a rear naked choke early on, in which Jordan tapped in round 2.
This could be it. This is it. That's tight. He gets it.
Now after this, Paddy Pimblett went on to fight Jared Gordon, in which Jared Gordon catched Paddy Pimblett with a lot of shots in round 1.
Chin up high.
But Paddy Pimblett recuperated in rounds 2 and 3, in which he used his grappling and his wrestling very well, in which Paddy Pimblett won by decision.
For the winner by unanimous decision, Paddy!
Now, I'm pretty sure that the whole UFC community is familiar with the idea that Paddy Pimblett should and is most likely going to finish off Tony Ferguson very easily in this fight, since most do believe that Tony Ferguson and his career are done for and were done for many fights ago, since he's been on a very big decline, and there's no arguing this, is just facts. But at the same time, Tony Ferguson is still a very dangerous lightweight, only because he showed it against Bobby Green, as most of you just already seen. But this still doesn't change most people's opinion, since Paddy Pimblett himself even said that it's a lose-lose situation.
It is a lose-lose, because everyone's saying he's washed up already, he's this and that.
Because if he wins, then people are just going to say that he should have won this fight, as they gave him this fight as an easy fight to just get back on the win column. And if he loses, then people are going to say that it's a shame, since it should have been an easy fight for Paddy Pimblett. Now, what do I think of Tony Ferguson with all that's going on with people talking bad about his name? Well, I do believe that since he finished Hell Week with David Goggins, all this really did was ruin him instead of helping to prepare for this fight. It may have achieved him mental strength, but physically it drained him, which is very unnecessary going into this fight, because he should have used that time to work on sparring and to actually just train like a fighter and not a track star. In the end, from the looks of it, by just using facts, it should be clear that Paddy Pimblett should be the winner of this fight, no problem. And it even sucks that Paddy Pimblett himself has to talk nice on Tony Ferguson's name just to give him and fans hope that there's still a chance that Tony Ferguson could put on a show tomorrow, but that just isn't true, or at least it shouldn't be true, since Paddy Pimblett is easily the winner in this fight.